Yeah, first just want to say how remarkable the crowd was today. I mean, unbelievable from the start of the game, the students being out there and being loud, and then everybody being in their seats. I mean, when we kicked off, it reminded me of what it was last year. So it was an awesome job by the crowd, and you could just tell our players, with that fast start, fed off the energy of the crowd. And so I want to thank the students, want to thank the fans for being in the seats and making this opening game pretty special. SID just told me, Kat just told me that it was the sixth time or the sixth largest crowd. Yeah, and for the home opener. First time we've held a team to under 100 yards since 2019. Corey Batoon, can't say how good of a job he did tonight. And then, at halftime I really challenged our players when we were going to sub people out to play to a standard and not get complacent, and was really, really proud of those guys. Got a lot of different people in the game. Man, that last drive, I think, other than Philip Roche, it was all freshmen on the field. And, man, that is going to be one heck of a defense in the future. Really proud of those guys, and thought they came in and played to a standard. So really appreciative of them. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Eli, what did you like about
The talk of this week was Murray State kind of being serious unknown
Yeah.
to prep for. How long did it take you guys to kind of figure everything out?
It took us 4 plays. So, no, they had some stuff. They started with some unbalanced formations, but again, that's just a hats off to Corey and his staff for having our guys that prepared and really just answering the bell. We kind of figured that there wasn't going to be a ton of drop back pass, and so we were kind of expecting some of the screen and inside zone and some sweep stuff, and I thought we played with great edges. Corey Flagg, I thought, played really fast today. He jumped out on film. Marvin Burks jumped out, just live making tackles. So really pleased with the way the defense played tonight.
Eli, with the fast start the offense had, what did you like that you saw from your starters, in that fast start?
Yeah, I thought they just came out, after the onside kick and executed. We left a few plays out there that we're going to be coming back in and working on, but, I thought, we protected the quarterback really well tonight. I don't think he had any protection issues, and we were fairly efficient. I know in the first half, I think we were 5 of 7 for third down. So, overall, it was a pretty good night.
Did you see what you wanted to make from your starting offensive line?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we were able to run the ball. We just missed on a couple of shot plays that we were going to have to connect on and moving in the future. But overall, I thought those guys played pretty well. We'll have to watch the tape. We had a couple of penalties there, but yeah, for the most part, I thought they did what we expected them to do.
Coach, for Toriano to come up with that first big defensive play,
How about that?
how gratifying was it to see that for him, and not only for him individually, but that unit, which obviously is finding its way after so many personal losses?
Yeah, well, I thought the first best play was the fourth down. Obviously, to stuff a quarterback sneak like that was pretty impressive. And then to come back that very next drive and Toriano to make the play. He's been doing a really good job in camp. He's really been competitive and challenging routes, and for him to be up there and make that play today was pretty awesome. I know it was really special for him. I think he surprised himself because he didn't have a celebration to go to, so we'll have to work on that.
Look at his athleticism, that's a tough play to make, but then to separate and almost stiff arm to complete the touchdown, that almost looked like a receiver more than a defensive back.
Yeah, we got plenty of wide receivers, so we'll keep him over there at the DB position. But no, he's a heck of an athlete. He's a great player. We're fortunate that he, was able to come back, and I think all the new guys today. Chris McClellan, has the sack fumble, forced fumble. Champ has a bunch of good tackles. Zion has the pressure when Toriano makes the interception. Toriano made plays. So to see the new guys integrate themselves the way that they have, and for us to play at a high level, I thought, offensively too, Marcus Bryant, Caden Green, I think that all those guys. It was good to see that.
What's your instant thought on how you ran the ball, specifically the first two guys, Nate and Marcus?
Well, exactly what I kind of expected with Marcus Carroll. He's going to be really tough to tackle when he gets his pads downhill. It's going to be a tough out, and you're going to have to really bring a sack lunch to keep hitting him. I thought Nate Noel had some really good cuts. He's got some quickness. I think there's one that his feet got caught up that we're going to wish we had back. But for the most part, I thought those guys played well off of each other. I think both of them had a lot of yards catching and receiving too. Nate had 4, and I know Marcus had a couple too, so I was impressed with their ability to catch the ball.
Looked like Theo and Brett went to the locker room at various points in the first half. Any sense of what happened with them?
Yeah, we're just going to be smart with them in the second half, so I think they'll be fine. Wasn't alarmed by anything afterwards.
Coach, a couple near misses on the deep balls in the first half. How do
Yeah.
you iron out those?
Practice.
keys?
Yeah, just go back to practice. Obviously, I think part of that is adrenaline, you know, and so just going back in and figuring out how do we account for the adrenaline in our throws. But they're the right reads. You know, there was one in the second half that was really on us as coaches. You know, Mookie has the big long run on third down and gets about 40 yards. And then we go to a tempo call, and he's the take, and he was just out of gas. So that's really on us. But the other ones, I mean, we'll learn from. We'll get there.
How did you feel about the red zone offense? 7-7 in the red zone, and then the first team went 3-4. They went 4-4 with 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I was really glad that we finished off the half with the touchdown. I just kind of challenged those guys. We weren't going to kick a field goal there, so was pleased with their execution on that drive. You know, we'll have to go back and see. I can't recall any issues that I was concerned about.
Along those lines, that play, I think you had 5 seconds left, no timeouts, and it's a quarterback run. Is that just hey, you're either going to score or we're going to go to halftime and not worry about?
Yeah, it was the right hash, and the ball was on about the 2.5-yard line. So I just told Kirby to call our 2-point play right there, and we're going to treat it like a 2-point play. So, you know, we were either going to execute and get in, or we weren't. So.
Aside from some infractions up front, the ones and the twos, how would you characterize how the O-line looked consistently at point of attack tonight?
I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I mean, I thought we had some good holes. I thought there was a couple of plays where if the ball gets handed off, you know, Brady throws the free access outlets that we would have had, you know, even more yardage. Obviously, the false starts, you know, false start right there on that 4th and goal can't happen. So, you know, there's always things that you got to clean up, but I think we're where we wanted to be, and now we just got to keep improving. I mean, the name of the game is how much better can you get? And you know, 2 years ago, we had a big win and then kind of laid an egg the very next week because we thought we patted ourselves on the back, you know, for a week. So we're not going to do that. We're going to get in there. We're going to figure out how to improve, and we're going to attack it this week in practice.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about the decision to have the players link arms on the way out of the tunnel, and you know, what the message is this season?
Yeah, the message is this is a new team. This is a new thing, and you know, we want to show that, you know, together we're stronger. So it was really just about this is the way we're going to do it this year. So really appreciate the seniors and the captains coming up with that, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Coach, Drew Pine came in during the quarter, went 10 of 11. What did you like about his performance in the league today?
I thought he played an excellent half. Made some really good decisions, showed toughness. Didn't show a ton of athleticism on that quarterback run, but that's not why he's here. No, I was really proud, you know, of Drew. To the way the season ended for him last year, for him to come back and the way he's been just an awesome teammate, pushed Brady, but also complimented him, and then for him to get a half of football in there, and was just making great reads, you know, putting the ball exactly where it needs to be, and so really impressed with him.
50-point shutout at home. What does that do to start the rest of the season, or what does that maybe say about what your summer was like?
Well, I think, you know, our team wanted to come out and show everybody that this is a new team, you know, and this is a new thing, and we're going to have our own identity, and so I'm really proud of those guys for setting the standard. But like I told them in the locker room, like, this is just the start. You know, the goal was to be 1-0, and we got to make 1-0 decisions this weekend, and we got to come back ready to work Monday, because from here on, I mean, each game it's going to get a little bit more challenging, and so we got to meet those challenges head on with improvement mindset.
Was it strange to watch someone not named Harrison Beavis kick a field goal?
Yeah, really impressed with Blake tonight. Thought he did a great job with the extra points, the kickoffs. Obviously, we had the one where he's trying to overkick, but you know, I thought he did a really nice job, and it was just great for his confidence.
Coach, what did you make of Nick first game in corner?
Nick DeLoach?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and watch the tape. I know he had that one key pass breakup on a third down. It looked like in the third quarter. And I thought he had a pretty good perimeter play in the second quarter. But outside of that, I don't remember anything, which is probably good for a DB.
Does anything stand out about having the helmet communication or video on the
Yeah, we just gotta, obviously we screwed up the end of half right there with Brady when the clock was running, and he thought we were in the communication. We were telling him you gotta go, and he thought we were making a check, and so that was what the communication was there. So we're gonna have to figure that out because in a critical situation, that clock blunder right there is massive.
Realize that trick play from the second quarter gonna get home score this season.
There was a trick play?
And the goal line went outside the numbers and.
Oh, that's a bad deal too, because we've been practicing that play for about 18 months. And it's called Bulldog because Fresno State Bulldogs. It's Kirby's play, and he doesn't want to run it. So we've been goating him like the whole offseason. Like, you're never going to call it. Why do we even have it on the call sheet? So he ends up calling it, and then he fumbles it. And he's pissed at us right now. Let's just be honest about it. So, no, we will never run that play again. And too bad. It's a good play.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. MIZ.
We will have Nate Noel in next.
Oh, we got all transfers. The all transfer team. Yes, ma'am. Nate Noel, go ahead and take your question.
Nate, how did it feel? New place, all that, to get things going with that first touchdown?
Oh, it felt great. I mean, we practiced it for like the last couple weeks, so we really mastered it, and I felt confident going into it.
Nate, what do you think of the job your offensive line did today, especially in those first few years? Seems like they were putting out some really big holes.
Oh, they did excellent from the offensive line, even to the tight ends and the receivers. Everybody just did excellent blocking all day, really. We had like a lot of rushing yards. I don't even know the exact number. We had a lot of rushing yards.
Nate, what was it feeling playing in front of these fans today and just in an SEC atmosphere?
Oh, it was different. It was different. Like I played in a big crowd. I played in big crowds, but today was different. It was a little different for some reason. It was like it was lit. It was lit.
I was thinking in this running back room where it's like everybody pitched in.
Oh yeah, it's great because everybody has their own role. Everybody knows what they need to do, and whenever somebody new goes in, the speed doesn't change. Like, we just gonna keep coming at you with a new back, with a new fresh back.
Nate, a lot of people recognize you for the speed instantly, but there were a couple of runs tonight on which you embraced the contact, you plunged forward. How have you been working on that physicality to get ready for the conference season ahead?
Oh, well, just over this off season in the weight room with Coach Russell and his staff, it's just been hard work. Like, I've been working my legs. I've been able to gain a lot of weight, and I just was able to put it on a little show today.
Nate, I think you and Marcus combined for 6 catches. How big a part of your guys' game and responsibility do you see that being going forward?
Oh, I see that like is up there with running the ball for us because we could be another asset for the quarterback. So we just try to help as much as we can.
Coach Drink was saying fall camp, it was the hardest fall camp. Do you feel like that made this game easier? How hard the fall camp was?
Oh yes, definitely. We went over many of the situations that happened today, and then we just been repping like the defense. We knew what they were gonna come out in, and we just watched enough film, and we were prepared.
Well, follow-up to that is, all week was Murray State was mysterious and stuff. Coach Drink said it took about 4 plays. How long did it take, for you guys on offense to like, all right, we know what we need to do?
I feel like just coming out, it was more about us and less about what they really came out in. Like, we were going to execute what we had lined up on the play sheet regardless. Oh, I was excited. I was on the sideline jumping for joy. Like, it's great to see, like, the people that's been putting in work get to shine, in whatever way.
Drink mentioned that he thought all the transfers, offense and defense, had good games. What can that do when you're new at a place? You obviously know your teammates by now, but when you have your first game in a positive individual game, can that bleed over into the season?
Oh yes, definitely. I feel like we feed off each other's energy, whether it's transfer to transfer or just viewing the people that's been here. Like, we just see what they do. They led by example. We just learn to follow by now, and now we all on one accord now. So it's really nice.
What kind of statement did you guys want to show today? You guys, the offense puts up 51, the defense puts a shutout.
Oh, we're just playing our brand of football. We just playing hard.
What do you think that brand of football is? What are the key aspects of that?
Toughness, fast, physical.
How do you carry this forward into the next week?
We go back into the film room, review what we did wrong, and just fix it for next week. That's the best we can do.
All right. Thanks,
All right, thank you.
All right, we got Corey Flagg Jr.
All right.
Go ahead with your questions.
Dang, it's real serious in here right now, man. I did not know that many people in here.
Corey, getting late in the game, and you guys got 10 freshmen out on the field, but how important is it at the end of the game still to have a 0 up there to the defense?
I mean, man, honestly, that's the first time I've been a part, like, of a defense where the freshmen go out and those guys were so dialed in and locked in. I mean, and Coach Drink message at halftime was the standard is the standard, and we got to uphold the standard. So I just can't be more proud of those guys. B. Huff, Brayshawn Littlejohn, man, I think he had like 3 TFLs. JB, Nick Rodriguez, just the linebackers. Then my brother, he did well too. But man, those guys are just so locked in and they play fast and physical.
First game here, just how would you describe your debut as a Tiger personally?
Man, I mean, just my introduction to the SEC. I just want to appreciate the fans for coming out and having the place rocking the way they did. They gave me goosebumps and everything, so I just want to appreciate them. But just the brotherhood itself, the energy that we had all day from the hotel to the locker room, it was just electric. And I just appreciate Coach Drink for letting me become a part of the team.
Can you talk me through that 3rd and 1? They run that sweep left. You come charging through to make the play. What did you see there?
The running back, he was he was behind the tackle, so I knew it wasn't. If he did come back across, it was gonna take him a little minute to come across. So I knew he was going out right away. Either they're running that power toss they've been running all week. So I just kind of knew that was gonna come. Watch the film.
What was the guys' reaction on the sideline on Toriano's pick?
Oh man, TP set the tone with that. TP did that, man. Like, we knew somebody was gonna get a takeaway, but pick 6. I mean, that's classic. So my reaction was just, everybody's reaction was priceless. We all should get 5 points for that on the stat sheet. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow.
All week the talk was about Murray State, how they have the element of surprise going for them. How long did it take you guys on defense to kind of figure out what they wanted to do? How to lock it down?
Our coaches did a really good job on knowing the game plan, on what they was gonna do. I think they seen some of their plays like on Twitter or whatever, and man, like what they ran is what we was practicing all week. They threw us a lot of different formations, and Coach DJ and Coach Batum did a hell of a job on getting us prepared for what they did, and it all just came down to playing our rules, bro. That's all really defense comes down to, is playing your rules, and we did a real good job at doing that. I feel like.
Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Batum?
Yeah, man. Coach Batum is a great DC, smart. I mean, how can I put this, man? He's a mellow dude, quiet, but he'll get after you too at the same time. He's a really smart DC, great guy. He gets us prepared for the situations. Like we got different situations like Cookie, Elmo, Big Bird. That's just telling us like what play is coming in that situation. And I mean, that's the first time I've really had like that in my career, and I think that's the biggest thing I have like with him, with my relationship with Cookie. So.
I'm not asking for like game plan or anything, but what are Cookie, Elmo, and Big Bird?
Oh man, so that's just telling us like, okay, like if it's like 36 or like 31, that's Elmo, so that's red, so it's gonna be like a run or just alert hard count, stuff like that. And I think it's real good because it's colors, so when you see those colors, like your antennas go up on these different situations, and you know like these different players are coming. So it's a really cool deal. Like on that third down stop, it was an Elmo situation, so I knew that play was coming.
When there's so many new players coming together at once, how much does that sort of attention to detail help you guys get off that as fast as hard as you did today?
I'm sorry, can you ask that question one more time?
Yeah, just when there are so many new players coming into the defense at once, how much does that level of attention to detail help you get off to a quick start like you did today?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was just like the amount of reps we had, like in the spring and the fall camp, just repping a lot, doing different walkthroughs, and that got us prepared. And a lot of different guys being in together, like like the linebackers rotated a lot, the corners rotated a lot, so everybody was just mixing in. And when we got in together in the game, it was pretty easy because we all been in together, so communication was sharp, everything was sharp, and our coaching staff does a really good job at allowing us to be like cool, calm, and collected, but at the same time being locked in on what's coming, So I hope that answers your question.
Corey, the starting linebacker unit was very productive. I think you, Tristan, and Khalil all had tackles for loss. What did you like about the starting performance tonight?
I think we was all locked in, man. We all was playing downhill. We all was attentive. Chuck had a good game too. He just didn't get a lot of action when he was in. Like the plays that they was running, really wasn't like plays for the mic, I feel like. But everybody did well overall. Even the young guys, man. I think Brashawn had like 2 TFLs too. So we all did a really good job, and this is a testament to LB Zoo and Coach DJ, because you never know like who can go down. So, man, that was a hell of a job tonight, and we just got to carry it on to next week.
You've been going against this running back room in practice for weeks now, and just how tough are they to bring down? They showed it tonight.
Man, I was telling Nate that on the sideline, man. Like those guys, like on the check down, open space, him and Marcus. Man, as a linebacker, you gotta close that space quick, man, because them cats get rolling quick. So they all did a real good job. Even I call him my twin, Lacey, I'm 11. He's gonna have a hell of a career, man. Great player, very patient, gets downhill quick. He just has a nose for the game, man. And Coach Luke is gonna get him right over his career.
I know it's early, but does being part of a win like this validate your decision to have not just chosen this program, but stuck with this staff and this team?
I wouldn't say the win really solidified me being here. I would just say like the brotherhood, even before the win. Like the brotherhood here, man, is like the best I've been a part of. And it's nothing like against Miami, but like it's just no like egos here. Everybody's just about winning, about being 1-0, and I just can't thank Coach Drink enough for allowing me and my brother to be a part of this, of what they built here, to help them finish it off.
Corey, you guys held the defense or the offense, Murray State, to just 85 yards tonight. What type of momentum does that set for weeks to come and the future of the season?
Yeah, man, it's always a good feeling when you holding the offense on 100 yards. So that's really good. But we just gotta flip the page and move on to the next team and prepare the same way we prepared for Murray State, but better. Gotta get better each week. So yeah, man, we just gotta keep that momentum going on and just flip the page. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. How everybody doing? Nice.
What did you see on that play where you got the strip sack?
Honestly, I seen a breakdown in the protection. I seen the center slide. Like there was like some miscommunication between the guard and the center right there. So I seen the space and I took it.
Chris, how important was it to the defense that starters over on the sideline, but for that shutout to get preserved?
Man, I feel like it was a good moment for us as a defense because it set the tone of how we are able to play and how we want to play, continuing out for the rest of the season.
Chris, you were in there on that 4th and 1 stop in the first quarter. How'd that feel?
Man, it felt great, man. Like, that was one of them plays that just let us know, like, that we came here and we coming to play hard, and we going out there to set the tone.
Chris, speaking of big plays, the one that happened shortly thereafter, Toriano gets the pick six. Describe the emotions there on the field, sidelines, everything coming together.
For us, it was pure joy, man. I feel like I was really happy to see my boy Toriano go out there and make a big play, because that's huge for us. You know, early in the game, we get up with 3 touchdowns, 21. So, yeah, I was extremely happy for him. I was trying to chase him down and give him some love afterwards. So, yeah.
Looked like Zion made a real good pressure on that play as well. What we seen on the line.
I seen Zion, man. He had a great move and came off and really pressured the quarterback to make him accelerate his throw and got in his line of sight and threw it right to Toriano.
Chris, first game at Mizzou, how do you like the atmosphere here at Borough?
Man, so this is my second game here at Mizzou, because we played here last year when I was in Florida. But it's much better to be on the receiving end of the love and not the other side. But yes, it was. The atmosphere is great. The fans came and sold out first game and did exactly what Coach Drink asked, and you know, filled us with so much life to see everybody out there supporting.
Chris, you guys allowed 1.7 yards per rush as a defense. Was that a focus going into the game, or like a message to the team to stop the run?
Yes, sir. So as a team, we have 3 rules that tough teams do. Tough teams, we stop the run, we run the ball, and we cover kick. So that's just our mentality as a team always, is to go out there and stop the run.
Anything else for Chris? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Yes, thank you.